Welcome to the ElderAbyss show. For talking videos, it's the place to go. Game tips, rants, tactics, and more. What you'll find here, you can never be sure.
Hi guys, welcome to the show. In this episode we're doing Medal of Honor, full-on gold version, about 3-4 days after release now. And so we're past the beta. This is what you get at this point until we get some patches or something like that. I got a few items I want to just talk about in general about this game and the backdrop of what we're looking at as community-wise and trying to get something set up here. And just cover that. So no specific maps or game type kind of tactics or tips this time around. What I've got playing in the background here is a team assault on I can't remember the name of the map, and honestly I probably wouldn't be able to pronounce a single map name in this game. They're tough. But I do like this map. It's a fun map on Team Assault. It's a fun map on Sector Control. First time I played it, I was like, I hate this damn map, but the more I play it, I really like it. So I thought I would run this in the background while I rant and bloviate on a little bit about a few things concerning this game. Also, first up, you may notice I'm on the Xbox now. Finally got my rig set up to do capture from the Xbox, so it's a little bit of change up from the start of the series where I was on PC. So I'll actually be working both on and off, switching back and forth depending on games, that kind of thing. So right now we're back on Xbox. And one other thing on that note there, until I get my pipeline kind of established for content and how I'm going to handle the files, file types, all this, I've got a couple of issues left. I've about got it nailed down, but until I get everything squared away on that, probably for an episode or two here, probably not going to see the cut-ins with the extra graphics and things like that. I enjoy doing that, and I know most of you guys, a lot of you guys really appreciate that, and you like it. So I am going to get back to that. Just going to take a little time off while we get everything else squared away with these file types and all this good stuff. So that's what we're looking at as far as the show's concerned. And now back on topic. Medal of Honor. Alright, if you haven't gotten this game yet and you've been doing some research trying to figure out whether you want to buy it, you are probably confused as hell. The forums are a mess. The official reviews are all over the place. So I thought I would touch base on that for any guys who are out there doing research, browsing YouTube or whatever it may be, trying to figure out whether or not they want to go ahead and pick this game up. Because, let's be honest, there's not a lot of new stuff hitting the market right now. So it's definitely a viable option. Now, as far as where I lay on it and what I think about the reviews. The forums, if you haven't purchased this game yet, you're probably pretty much better off to stay away from the forums. The forums are full of fanboys. I've browsed the forums because I try to stay up on any technical problems or anything like that, and the general feel of the community. So, you could call me a fanboy just a little bit, maybe. I don't know, but I try to keep everything in perspective. When I say that the forum's full of fanboys, what I am referring to is the forum is packed full of guys who bought this game thinking one of two things. They bought this game thinking this was like Call of Duty and this is going to be a filler till Black Ops comes out. They grab this game. They want to play it like they play Call of Duty, and they get just trounced. They hate it because this game will abuse you if you try to run and gun. It does not function in this game at all because of the way it plays. The other class of guys that are raising hell about this game are some of the Bad Company 2 guys. They are having issues for a couple of reasons also. One, you die so freaking fast. 2, the maps are a lot smaller, and of course there's no vehicles. You've got the Bradley in a couple of the combat missions, but there's no, vehicles aren't an established element of the game like you have in Battlefield games. So, the biggest thing you're going to see with people raising hell about this game are generally the guys that try to compartmentalize this game and classify it as either a COD filler or a Bad Company 2 protege, if you would. So the problem is, while this game, it borrows and blends elements from both of those, it has its own unique feel, and it is its own beast. So like I said, if you bring your Call of Duty tactics over to here, you're going to have a hard time. If you bring your Bad Company 2 tactics straight into here, you're going to have a hard time. This game is worthy and deserves its own learning curve as far as learning the mechanics of the game, how it operates, and developing its very own play style. And that's the only way you're really going to be successful at this game, is to take a little time, get to know it, work on its own play style. And if you try to port your play style straight over into this thing just because it feels like this or feels like that or made with that engine or these guys developed it, and you try to quantify this game based on some other game, either one, you're going to be disappointed. And that's a lot of what we're seeing in the online community right now on the forums. So if you're there, just try to put that in perspective of what you're looking at when you're reading those. And also remember that the guys typically that buy this game and are pleased with it never post on those forums. Everybody always wonders why forums are always full of negative junk, because that's the people that are pissed off about for some reason or another are the ones that go and post. The guys that are all right and doing okay, you generally don't go post. Now, as far as the reviews, professional reviews, i.e. give or take that, I don't think much of anything of professional reviews, but a lot of people do. Some of them were right on. Game Trailer's done a good job. Go check that one out. I think that was about one of the better ones that I've seen. Some of them were overrating the game. While I enjoyed the game, and I'll get to that in a second, I don't think it's a 9 or better out of 10. On the flip side of that coin, some reviews, IGN literally embarrassed themselves with this review. That was the most unprofessional, atrocious thing I believe I've ever seen. I don't even think they played the game. It's crazy. So take that one, if you come across it, definitely with a grain of salt. IGN lost me a long time ago with their reviews, so I've learned to be skeptical of their stuff a while back. In general, though, I think we've covered the kind of noise you're seeing circling this thing. So the point there is, take everything, try to keep it in perspective and take it with a grain of salt. I would recommend playing the game. The campaign's all right. It's pretty good. It's interesting. It's really scripted. You get a boxed-in kind of feel. But it's pretty good. It's not bad. The multiplayer is its own beast, like I said. If you take the time to get to know it and develop your play style, I believe you'll have a good time with it. I'm having a great time with it right now. A couple of issues, though. Like I said, the game's not perfect. It's got some balance issues, in my opinion, with the sniper class. That's starting to level out a little bit, but I do believe that's going to end up having to be addressed. The other big problem I have with it is functionality of the party system. It's really hard to get some of your friends together. You can form a 4-person play group. It's extremely hard to find a game where it will actually put all 4 people into the game and not kick someone. Then half the time, the people that it puts into the game, it will split up across teams. And then, I know I'm going, right? And then, once you're in the game, you've got people in your quote-unquote squad or play group. You can't distinguish them from the other people in your team on the mini-map, or if you'll notice the little white triangles indicate your team over their heads, show you where they're at. Please, a couple of simple fixes there that would make this so much better. Give us a solid squad. Let us be able to join a match with our full squad on the same team. Once we're in the game, make those guys uniquely identifiable both in the mini-map and the little triangle over their head as far as environmental placement indicators. Be a huge help right there. Because like snipers we were just talking about, one of the best things to do to combat snipers would be to communicate with your squad and position up with your squad. But when they're so hard to find, your squad that is, it makes it difficult. So that functionality of the squad or play group stuff, I would really like to see that patched up and fixed. I think it'll probably be a couple of weeks or better before we see any kind of gameplay patches to balance it, because I think they're wanting to see how everything balances out and levels out once people start ranking up and using things. So tip there, and flak jackets. Use flak jackets. Helps a lot with the snipers, you know, those long range shots and stuff. But anyway, that's today's mostly a rant. I think I may have got a couple of tips in there. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, guys, appreciate it. And I'll be back soon with some actual informative videos. Thanks, guys.
'Cause in the end, you've already been told. We're all just gamers growing old.